Okay, so are you able to see the screen?
Yes.
Okay, so we are having that diagram, which is question number 7. So the question is, the diagram shows the positions of 3 towns, PQ and R. We have been given that PQ is equal to 7.1 kilometers, PR is equal to 23.8 kilometers, and angle RPQ is equal to 92.7 degrees. So now, this is trigonometry, by the way. So we have been told to calculate the distance RQ to 2 decimal places. So now, let me just try to write this diagram here. Okay, so they're saying trigonometry. Trigonometry. Okay, so this diagram is kind of, let's assume this is the diagram, right?
Yes.
Just assume. Then we have got 92, we have got RQP or PQR. PQ, so P is there, we have got Q, R is there. Then they're saying that this angle here is 92.7. So it is 92.7 degrees. Then RP or PR 23.8. 3.8, so I've got 23.8 kilometers. Then this is 7.1 kilometers, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so we have been told to find the length RQ. So the way we use the trigonometry or the cosine rule, we use the cosine rule when you have been given the 3 sides and you don't know the angles. So you can use the cosine rule to find the angles in a triangle. And also in an instance whereby an angle is bounded by 2 known sides, you use the cosine rule. And how does that cosine rule look like? So you find that at the first page of the question paper, you find something like a squared is equal to b squared.
B
Okay,
squared.
let me just do this. Okay, just do this. Okay. Okay. Tisa, you can tell me. Is a squared is equal to?
B squared
Uh-huh.
plus C squared. Is it time minus? Oh,
Minus
I think it's
2bc. Then cos what? Cos a, right?
cos A.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So now, when you have been given the 3 sides and they want you to find an angle, for example, they're telling you to find an angle R, right? Suppose you don't know this angle P, or RPQ, you don't know this angle here. Then they tell you to find, okay, let me just erase this part, 92.7. So that you can see how they use these things interchangeably. Okay. So now, if they give you, say, this was 28.1. Is it 23.8?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. You're not sure.
Forgot it.
23.8, eh?
Yes.
Okay.
Ah.
Or maybe you are dozing.
No, I'm not.
Okay. So let's assume the other side RQ is, we can assume maybe it is 6.3 kilometers. So sometimes you may find a question like this. So you still use the what? The cosine rule. So how do you use that cosine rule? So you just make cos A the subject of the formula, right? From
Yes.
this formula that we have. So when you do your mathematics from there, you're able to see that um, when you want to make this cos, it will be A squared, it will be minus B squared, minus
Yes.
um if you take, okay, let me not use a lot of, okay, you know how to make the subject of the formula, right? So you want to make cos A the subject of the formula. Again, this thing has been deleted. So, okay, so you want to make cos A the subject, right? So how do you do that? So you're going to say, okay, um, cos A is the one that you want to make the subject of the formula, right? So meaning you're going to have A squared is equal to B squared plus C squared minus 2BC then cos A. So you want to remain with what? Cos A. What do you do? You have to do the additive inverse of these numbers here, which is B squared and what? C squared. So this one will be A squared minus B squared minus C squared is equal to what? Negative 2BC then cos A, right?
Yes.
Then from here, you can divide through by what? Negative 2BC. So the way you find the formula for finding the, if you want to find the angle, it does not matter, provided you make your cos A the subject of the formula. The way you make it doesn't matter, right?
All right.
Yes. So you
All
can
right.
see that this one can cancel out with that one, right? Then here we are having negative 2 what? 2BC. So this one will be A squared minus B squared minus C squared over negative 2BC is equal to what? Cos A, right?
Cos. Yes.
Yeah. So this is the formula that you're going to use to find the what? The angle. If this triangle is ABC. So if you want, you can divide through by what? By this negative here. So when you divide through by this negative, you find that cos A is equal to, so this one will be B squared plus C squared minus what? A squared over 2BC, right?
Yes.
Yes. So this is the formula that you're going to use to find when you don't know the angle. This is the formula that they use. But now, since in our question, we go back to the question. So I was just demonstrating how to make cos A the subject of the formula. So now let's go back to our diagram. Okay, so we didn't have that one. Okay, so I'm going to draw that. So I'm going to draw it once more. So have you mastered the figures? This is P, Q, this is R, right? This is 92 point what? 0.7 degrees, right? Then we had 7.1 kilometers. Then there we had 23.8 kilometers, right?
Yes.
Okay. So now we are going to derive a formula that is um, the one that you are going to use now to calculate the length RQ, right? So when you check, before you even start, you are able to see that the angles that have been given, you are going to see the corresponding sides of the what? Of the angles that you have been given. So when you check this R here, the corresponding side is what? Q what? QP or PQ. So it is more like this 7.1 is equal to what? A small what? R, right?
Yes.
Then again, the corresponding side for angle Q is what? This one here, which is a small what? Q. Again, the corresponding side of P or angle P, it is what? A small what? A small p. So now to find RQ, it is as good as finding what? A small p, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So now, meaning since we are having an angle at P, so which letter should we start with?
I think we start with Q.
With Q?
Mm.
No. So we follow where the angle has been bounded. Aye, you understand such mathematics language. When you check these two sides, they are bounding angle what? Angle P, right? So it is, yes,
Yes.
so it is as good as writing P what? Squared. We start with what? P, because in our formula, we're going to find that we use cos what? Cos P. Because it is the known what? It is the known angle, right?
Yes.
So this, since we are finding RQ is equivalent to what? To a small p. So so now we are going now to square these known sides now, which is Q and what? R, or R and what? Q, right?
Yes.
In our formula. So we're going to say R squared plus Q squared minus 2RQ, then cos P, right?
Yes.
So now we are going to continue now from this. So do we have, do we know what P is, a small p is?
No,
So
we
it's
don't.
the one that you are finding, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we continue. We say P squared is equal to, what is our R? All right, is 7.1 what?
7 kilometers.
7.1 kilometers. Then we square this.
Yeah.
Then plus, what is our Q?
23.8 kilometers.
So it is 23.8 kilometers. Then we square this. Then we do, let me just erase this pattern.
All right.
Okay, since we know the value of Q there. Okay, so we are going to do, this one is kilometers, right? Then minus 2. So the way you write these things also matters, because people make a lot of mistakes here. So this is cos P. So minus 2, what is my R there? Again, I'm just going to copy what is in the brackets there. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. The screen has been lost. Are you able to see it?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we are going to put, so I'm going to continue here. So what is my R? It is 7.1 kilometers, right? Then again, I'm multiplying this to a small
Yes.
q. What is my small q? We are just going to copy it from here, which is 23.8
Yes.
kilometers. Then we are going to multiply these things with what? Cos. What is my cos P? It is 92.7, right?
Wait.
Yes. This is in degrees.
And then
So you can simplify this now. You continue, say p squared is equal to, what is 7.1 kilometers squared? What do you have? Hmm?
41. 50.41.
50 point. Sorry, my network had to cut. I don't know why. Uh, Gershom is sleeping. And my data is lost. My network is performing. Hello.
I'm here, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we are going to continue. So
Yes.
just give me those figures where p squared is equal to
It equals to R squared.
like we can start from the
Oh, the
figures.
two figures.
Yes. So it was
P squared is
p squared is equal to
50.41.
like we start from before we simplify. Is it
All right.
7.1?
1.
7.1 kilometers squared plus 23 point what? 8
Yes.
squared, then minus 2. What is my, all right, 7.1 kilometer. Then this one multiplied by 23.8 kilometer. Then times cos, is it 92 point what? 7?
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So we said, what is 7.1 kilometers squared?
50.41. 41.
50.41
41.
kilometers what? Squared, right? Okay. Then,
No, when you square root it, it will be 50.4. Eh?
no,
4.
we
You,
haven't reached
you
that
don't.
stage. Sorry? Because we are
You,
also squaring the kilometer. So from
oh,
here,
all right.
you don't do that, not until you simplify things.
All right.
Okay. So what is 23.8 kilometers squared?
566.44.
5, 5 what? 66.44
66.44.
kilometers what? Squared, huh?
Yes.
Okay. So here, you can just do, because here they make a lot of mistakes, huh? So if you want, you can ignore the negative part. Huh? So what you
All
can do is,
right,
okay,
sir.
or before you do the negative part, just do -2, then you just open, then you do everything together. So do 7.1. Are you doing that?
Yes.
Times 23.8, then times cos 92.7. What do you have?
Just a minute. Negative 7.96004804.1.
Okay, so it is negative 7.96004804.1. Then it is kilometers squared again there, because we cannot forget about the kilometers there, right?
Yes, sir.
So now the answer that you have, you're going to multiply it by negative what? 2. Remember, you haven't simplified that one, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what do you have? So we're going to, let me just copy this one down. 41 kilometers squared plus 566.44 kilometers squared. Then what do you have? Hmm?
Just a minute, sir.
You're still checking out.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Do you have to punch up to that end? You just do answer times negative 2. Remember,
I moved it. 15.92009608.
it is positive, right?
Yes.
15.92, then 009608 kilometers what? Squared, eh? So
Yes.
now, when you add this number to these other two numbers, what do you have? When you add, so just add the answer that you have plus 566.44, then plus 50.41.
632.77000961.
At 6 what?
632.
62.
632.
Okay.
Point
Mm-hmm.
77.
Mm-hmm.